Mazda's doing some great things with that Roadster of theirs. You want me to build a rival? No, I was just mentioning that it's a pretty sweet car. Oh, cool. So the CRX is getting long in the tooth. Yeah. Let's game plan that. Another beloved economical hatch? No, we should make it more fun. Like Miata fun? Yes, but practical. Economical. So a Roadster for the working class. A Roadster for sensible adults who like to party from time to time. So a Miata? No, not one of those. 2 seats, open top. Fun? Yes, that's one of those. No, it's gonna be a Honda. A Honda, not Miata? No, it's a fun commuter for adults. And a topless 2-seater. Yes, that's a Miata. It'll be more practical. Less practical than the CRX to make it sportier, like a Miata, but sensible. Miatas are sensible. Ours will feel more premium, so heavier, more refined. Still front-wheel drive? People trust front-wheel drive. For commuting, this is a fun commuter. That's not a category. It is now. So let me get this straight. Go ahead. You want me to build a 2-seat open-top fun-focused car? Yes. That prioritizes the driving experience? Yes. For people who want something small and engaging? Exactly. And it's not Honda's own Miata? Correct. Because front-wheel drive? Yes. Which makes it a little less sporty, which makes it a Honda. Okay, sure, I guess. Make it open air. Yes, a convertible. Not a convertible. Then what? Something more refined. Their soft top is too simple. Simplicity's kind of the point. Too simple. That's the point. Make the roof a removable hardtop. So a targa, but engineered. They're all engineered. Well, I want that touch of sophisticated Honda engineering. Sounds like added weight. It'll feel premium, meaning heavier. Make the top able to be stowed away. In the trunk? Yes. So we lose trunk space. Sports car drivers don't use trunks. I thought this was a commuter. A refined and fun commuter. So remove the practicality of a commuter to build a sports car that isn't fully committed to being a sports car because it's a fun commuter. We're creating a new category. The Miata and MR2 would disagree. Maybe it removes itself. What? Push a button, the roof goes away. Why? Because we can. That's not a reason. That's Honda innovation. That's extra weight. That's premium. That's also more things that could break. That's for engineering to figure out. I am engineering. Then get excited. Okay, at least tell me you want something good under the hood. What do you think? The B16 is right there. 160 horsepower and revs over 8,000 RPM. Sounds expensive. It's already built. You've been saying premium this whole time. For the base model, there's the D series. Perfect. For a Civic, for the entry level of the sports car, of the refined Roadster that has 102 horsepower. People don't buy sports cars for horsepower. Are you okay? We'll offer the B16 for the top trims. Best of both worlds. All right, I'll get right to work on the Honda not Miata CRX replacement. 2 seats, open top, clean design. You did good work. I did what you asked. Same thing. Yeah, sure. This is the future of the CRX. This completely replaces the CRX. It evolves it. It has less storage than the CRX. It's more focused. It's much heavier than the CRX. More substantial. The CRX was refined. More grown up. More like the CRX having a midlife crisis. So we took everything people liked about the CRX and elevated it, removed it, evolved it. What are we calling it? CRX? No. CRT for Targa? No. CRZ? The CRX Del Sol. Ah yes, the CRX from the sun. It's open air. Wear sunscreen. We named it after the sun. We named it after the experience. We turned the CRX into a lifestyle commuter. We created a new category. You keep saying that because it's true. I'd like to see the world through your eyes just for one day. The roof mechanism is incredible. It adds 55 kilos. At least the B16 will champion this car for the appropriate audience. Who's the inappropriate audience? America is. So America doesn't get the B series? No. The LSD? No. At least traction control? No. Then what are they getting? America gets the D series, 102 horsepower, entry level in a sports car, in a refined Roadster that weighs more than the CRX, that feels more premium. So America gets the slowest, heaviest version, the most accessible version of the compromised Civic, of the differentiated product that we built not to be a Miata. Yes, but this is our answer. We are not answering anyone. Everyone else is. Then they'll see the difference. They will ship it. Strong start. America's buying it despite your concerns. Japan is loving it far more. See? Told you. Japan has the SIR and 170 horsepower, limited slip differential, traction control, the automatic roof. Great car. The Drift King himself is calling it one of the most important Japanese sports cars of the decade. There we go. He was driving the SIR. Still counts. America has 102 horsepower and steel wheels. America has an accessible entry point. America also has a nickname for it. Already? Good. Brand recognition. They're calling it the Del Soak. What? The roof. The seals fail. Leakage. A leakage of what? Seats full of water. Must be the water. Adding that to words of wisdom, we'll revise the seals for later models. Reviews are calling it fairly capable. Good. And competent. Also good. That's what people say when there's nothing really better to say. It's praise nonetheless. It's a participation trophy. Still a trophy. The understeer is mentioned. All front-wheel drive cars understeer. That's the problem. It's predictable. Nobody buys a roadster for predictability. This isn't just a roadster. It's a refined cat. If you say category again, I'm going to leave. Oh, can't have that. People say it looks mid-engine from the outside. Great design. And then they drive it and the engine is right there. Front and center, where it belongs, where it disappoints. It delivers the Honda experience. People aren't shopping for the typical Honda experience in a roadster. Then what are they shopping for? The Miata. We need to do something about the American lineup. You mean the thing I said at the beginning? The market is responding to the competition. We should offer the B16 in America as a VTEC trim. So we're giving America the engine now. Dual overhead camshaft VTEC a year late. Strategically timed. Strategically a year late. It'll revitalize the lineup. And the LSD? No. Traction control? No. The trans top? Japan only. So we're shorting America once again. We're giving America more power in a car that understeers more powerfully. That is not a selling point.
A few years later.
Sales are adjusting. They're falling. Settling every year. Fewer people. The segment is shifting. The segment chose and we just weren't the choice. We offered VTEC. We revised the seals. We refreshed the styling, and they're still buying the Mazda. We're a different product. They don't care about different. They care about better. How bad is it? We started strong, but it's been sharply declining every year since. And the competition outselling us comfortably, and it's not even close. Okay, we're discontinuing. When? End of 97. And the replacement? Not at this time. So we're just done. We're moving on. The CRX ran for almost a decade, was a massive success, and people still talk about it to this day. Different era. The Del Sol ran for 5. People talk about what happened. Different product. We evolved it, yes, into something fewer people wanted. We created a new category, and now we're closing it. I need you to build us a proper sports roadster. Define proper. Well, let's start off with rear-wheel drive. Good start. Purpose-built, no Civic parts, no compromises. What changed? The market was clear. The market was always clear. We need a race-inspired VTEC engine with all of the revs. From what engine? I needed to rev to 9,000 RPM and be packaged in a very capable sports roadster. Can you do that for me? We've already built the NSX. We have a few Formula One championships under our belt. With the power of dreams, we can do anything. Good. Get to work. May Soichiro bless us.
Be sure to like and subscribe.